Hey guys, and warm welcome back to the channel. Really quick, before we get into all the art and projects and stuff, I wanted to share with you our new table. It took a little while for us to find one we really liked, and we wanted to make sure it was local to Japan because, you know, all their stuff is smaller and this place is a lot smaller than what we had previously, and I want to make sure that it fits in the following house whenever we leave here in a few years. You know, assuming our style doesn't change or whatever, which I don't think that it will because it's really kind of classic and it goes really well with the rest of the house. Speaking of which, I will be doing a house tour pretty soon. If anybody wants to know my style, it's kind of a mix of a few things. We really like the industrial, like black metal with warm wood tones look, but we also kind of pull from mid-century modern a little bit, a little rustic farmhouse, but not very much at all. I would say more of that can kind of be found in the decor and less in the furniture, although I do have this one piece from our very first house in Tennessee, and it's, you know, it's distressed, but like I literally have never done anything to it. One of our neighbors gave it to us and it's great storage. I love that this is closed, but then I have some open options also. But yeah, so here is the table. It looks really good in the kitchen. So I just wanted to voice over real quick while we are doing a time-lapse video of us building this. It was the easiest piece of furniture we ever put together, and we expected the chairs to come in pieces, but they didn't. Really, the only thing we had to do was put these legs on. It came in 3 boxes. The bench was fully built, the chairs were fully built, and we're working on the table here. At the end, you'll see us putting on these little socks. I'm assuming it's popular here to do that because, you know, people live in lots of apartments and they scrape on the floors and you don't want to disturb your neighbor. But also, I feel like it's a nice way to keep, you know, the feet of your stuff clean because you can just put them in a washer. We had thought about doing a rug in here, but we couldn't commit to a design or a style that we really liked, so we just picked these little feet, and it was cheaper, and I think they look really good with the little table runner that you'll see here at the end. Get too much into the house tour because I want to do a full video on our house. I want to do it for other military members, but also because, you know, I'm 32. I really feel like we have found our style. There are some pieces we're still working on in the house in general, but, you know, for the most part, things have really come together and I'm liking the way that it looks, and I think it's time. So we'll get more into that later. Other than that, I have a few projects I'm doing this week. My stuff came in for my windproofing the table, and I will show you a few of those. We'll do a couple of projects with that, but also maybe some actual painting. I don't know, I'm having a hard time sitting down and doing artwork this very minute because I know I want this set up to be like ready, because even though I'm having problems with my paperwork, I know that it will be ready soon, and I'm really wanting everything ready to go for this next event. I don't want any, like, I don't want any hiccups knowing what little I know right now. So if I learn more stuff, obviously that's great, but like right now I know what my issues are and I know what I want to fix, and I want to make sure I get those done before I start busting out some more artwork. So the projects I have are mostly related to that, but I do want to show you the items really quick and then we'll get to work. I'll show you what I mean about fixing them. So this is what's going to hold my frames. These, I think they're 4x6 frames. I picked them up at the thrift shop this past weekend. And like 55 yen a piece, so like less than 50 cents a piece, which are, that's just phenomenal prices really. But anyway, so you can see that like if they fall down, which I did foresee this, but if they fall down in here, you know, that kind of sucks. And if the frame is really small and has to teeter across this, you know, it might fall through and then fall through the back side. So what I already knew I wanted to do was take some foam core board and put it on the base for two reasons. One, obviously to keep them from falling around and stuff like that, but also because if I can put them side by side by side, I can fit more in here, and that just keeps, you know, the gaps from happening and things toppling. But I love that I can push them all the way forward, and that, you know, is going to prevent any wind from getting in and completely taking them out. This thing folds flat. There's a couple little hooks here that keep it extended, and then I just lift those and it folds flat. It is about, you know, this thick, so it doesn't fit in my bag, but considering it's one of the only things I would have to freehand pick up and carry, I'm really happy with it. I do want black foam core board for this though. This is going to be for, hopefully, windproofing my signs. We will see how that works here in a little while. And then this, I might be the most excited about this, but I am really happy with my decision on this guy. So it's literally just a jewelry holder. Like typically you would put your dangly earrings here, your studded earrings here, necklaces, whatever loose stuff, and maybe bracelets there. But I had this vision that it would hold all of my little shrinky dinks for display so that I wouldn't have to put them all flat down, because, you know, when you have taller stuff, people see it from a further distance, and you know, you're gonna see stuff hanging off of this way before you're going to see stuff like laying flat here on the table. You're gonna know what you're looking at way ahead of time. So I'm gonna hang the little keychain charm things on the sides like this. And then this is not going to be for studded earrings, it's going to be for my magnets. See? And then there's another one. And then eventually, when I get around to making earrings, oh yeah, we're totally going to go through this and completely reorganize it in a video. So let me know if that's really something you want to see, because I love organizing stuff, and as you can tell, I don't know where anything is. I took a bunch of these labels off before we moved here because I knew I wanted to completely redo this. But anyway, this is like those little earring packs, and you usually see them on those spinning ones because they have this little hook here. So I thought instead of individually putting little dangle earrings here, I would put them in a nice little pack and then just hang them, because I'm never gonna have this many sets of earrings at each show. I think most I can do is like 6, and I feel like that's plenty. And then over here, if I make, you know, any more of these guys, or if I just want to like display a specific one or something like that, you know, I can use these too. And then eventually, if I get around to making them, I would like to do my like safety back pins down here somewhere. But I absolutely love it. It's going to make things look a lot better, and you know, people don't have to pick everything up and see what's a magnet and see what's a keychain.
it'd be great. Let me know what you think about that. I felt like for, I think it was like $11 or $12. I could be wrong. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but I feel like for under 20 bucks, because I'm pretty sure it's at least under 20, that was a really good, oh, and it's like, it's pretty stable. If the wind comes through and knocks this over, I'm gonna have probably much bigger problems. But having said that, I also got museum wax. And if you don't know what that is, it is basically a putty. Please excuse, we're working on this. So museum wax, I have this, I tested it on this. Every time we put our blinds down, this gets knocked around, but as you can tell, like, it's not going anywhere because I put a big gob of museum putty underneath it. Museums, obviously, use it to keep like statues and things like that. They can use like really big gobs of it. But earthquake prone places, apparently that's really common there. And we do get earthquakes here, but so far nothing that noticeable. But anyway, so this is really exciting. I'm happy for it, but you guys, the best part. I feel so grown up and official, and I really want to know what you think. I'm gonna link the company who did this for me below because it's a small business. I'm really happy with their quality. So here we go. Look at this. Are you not so excited? I am so excited with how it turned out. It is just a smidge fuzzy. I probably could have gone up in quality just a little bit, but especially from the distance, it looks so good. It looks just like my drawing, obviously, because it is. It is heavy duty. It's good for the outside. These little grommets are, like, this will never go anywhere. So, Rusty Thicket Studio, because that is what all of my, like, art-related stuff is when it comes to the Rusty Thicket. I have a whole brand plan for that at some point, but right now we're focusing on all the art stuff because that's what this channel is about. So obviously me by my name, I don't put it on a lot of stuff, but I know I should. And there are some empty areas, specifically so I could put little temporary signs like, you know, 50% off, half off, buy one get one, whatever I wanted to do. I just wanted to make sure that there were some areas that I could put, you know, a little something else if I ever wanted it. But it looks so good. I'm so happy with it. And it's gonna make my booth look really professional, and I love that it's so small. That's also something else I was having a hard time with, because you know how everything that I do is on a smaller scale. I wanted it to be little, and everything that I was finding was like 2 foot by 4 foot, and this is actually 1 foot by 2 foot, and it's perfectly half the size of my table and can hang below it, you know, without taking up literally the entire table and being a huge flappy mess in the wind. So I'm not sure how to rig it yet. I'm gonna get to that at some point, but I'm really, really happy. Like, really, really happy. Hey guys, and welcome back. This is Wednesday of this week. We talked a little bit about how I need to work on some foam core cutting for this little stand and then for my signage, but I had a couple of ideas that I wanted to try first, and as you can tell, so this is like that kitchen grippy stuff. And I wanted to see if it would work because it would, you know, break down a lot smaller in my bag. I cut this piece a little too short, but I'm still, you know, it's not stiff enough. I don't think that's gonna work. But anyway, you gotta try. And I also decided I don't want the white foam core board inside of this because it's just too contrasting. So what I'm gonna do is put this to the side for now and show you all my new signage. I do all this on Procreate so that I can, you know, print as many as I want and edit them as I go. Instead of having all the little tiny signs on these super cute little, I don't know what you call these. They're like table number holder things. Anyway, I had a bunch of those because I really like them. They're super adorable. But it just makes more sense to have one big price sheet, I feel like. And then of course, over time, I'm just printing one thing. I don't have to cut it. It makes more sense. But I'm gonna print this really quick. So I'm also going to print this. And then it's important for me, at least, to let people know that I try my best to be as eco-friendly and environmentally conscious as possible. So I reuse a lot of my stuff and I want people to see that. So this should print small enough that I put the 8.5 by 11s on either side, and it's about the same length as this. And that way I can just cut one big piece, put all 3 of them on there, and I can update it as often as I need to. Okay, so I had an idea, and I will say sometimes I really surprise myself with ingenuity, and I am tooting my own horn. So like we were just talking about, I'm going to put these signs on this piece of foam core board because I needed one large sign instead of multiple little ones. So this is kind of what it's going to look like, all next to each other. And obviously I'm going to trim this area here. But I thought, well, should I use double-sided tape? Because I love this stuff and it makes it not messy. And sometimes you can peel it up, but I'm afraid it just wouldn't last if I needed to change any of my stuff. So if you guys remember seeing my video about my name tag, how I used a little clear sleeve. Well, I thought, what if I just I double-side tape the sleeves and then make it to where, you know, I can just swap them out, right? So how it would work is, because see, this one's smaller, like it's more narrow, and typically I would cut that down and just glue it side by side next to it. But what I'm gonna do is put these in here. And I would put this one down first, so that I could put this one and the other one overlapping this little area. So like I would double side tape this one down over top of this one. And I'd still have access to this sleeve opening here, because I'm not going to glue that down to itself. It's just going to be glued to this and then glued like down here. And then same with this one on this side. Obviously, I need to move that to the other side though. Okay. So then I would trim this and glue this one down first, these down on top, or double side tape, and then trim all of this off. And then that way I have sleeves to just replace them in. It's so smart. Okay. I will show you what it looks like. And here's the final piece. So it's gonna be propped up like this. So I don't know exactly how yet. I am working on that next. But it is inside of these sleeves. And as you can tell, each one will slide out on its own. So they can all be replaced if they need to, be changed out. Plus now they're a little bit more protected. Even though I did print them on like a glossy photo paper, now they're a little bit more protected, like in case I get some kind of little sprinkles or whatever. I'm really happy with it. I know it's simple, and I probably could have gone out and bought a little like clear stand thing for each of these, but I'm really glad that I didn't and that I just used what I had here at the house. I mean, I did buy the foam core board for this because I knew how I wanted it done, but we're talking like $3 for some foam core board instead of $8 to $10 for one of those plastic acrylic things, and I don't really even like the way that that looks. At least this looks, you know, handmade. Maybe it's not beautiful, but it's smart and it's functional, and it's one big piece that I don't have to have a whole bunch of extra space for because it's also flat. So I'm really happy with it. I made a mess. I gotta clean up, and the next thing I'm gonna kind of workshop, I guess, is how I'm going to stand it up, if I'm gonna actually get a little stand for it to sit in, or if I want to make like a, you know, like a picture frame situation or some kind of built-in stand. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. I think I know how I'm gonna connect the banner to the table, but it might be more permanent than I'm looking for, so we'll see. But that's probably it for this week. I know I've been saying I'll get back into painting. I'm just trying to get all of this ready because I have paintings to sell, and I honestly don't want to have too much just sitting around until I know when I can hit my next location and maybe even do some specific things for that, because I really don't know what event is coming up. I think June is the next big thing. I'm not sure May even has anything other than the weekend sales that they do it every third weekend. It's not the flea market, it's actually a small business thing that the community center runs here on base. So like I said, I'll keep you all posted on that. I am gonna get to it. It is gonna happen. Things are happening. I just have to keep reminding myself to be super patient, because I feel like I've been going at this for years and years and years, but really I haven't, not in this way. So I just want it to happen overnight like we all do, and it's gonna get there. Not overnight, but it's gonna get there. So anyway, leave me some comments, let me know what you think. Are my videos getting better? Are they getting worse? My sister-in-law sent me a thing the other day that said your first 100 videos are basically all just gonna suck and you're gonna get better and better and better. I do feel like I've gotten a little bit better, but sometimes I also second guess myself because that's me. So let me know what y'all think. I have 36 subscribers now. I'm very excited. I will do another giveaway at 50, so share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what more you would like to see. Are there any specific Goblin Core videos you want? I've definitely got a couple more hauls planned and some other little bits and pieces at some point to do. So yeah, I would just like to know what you guys are wanting to see. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video, which will be Monday. And I have some ideas, but I'm not sure exactly what we'll get into yet. Just kind of depends on, you know, the weather and stuff. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things. I appreciate everybody who's been with me so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes. See you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.